Okay, whatever that I do is not mine there. Okay, but if you take a look at the way that I conduct your class, most of the class there, I draw a lot, right? I demonstrate a lot there. So that means if I can do more, I can do a lot of these kind of demonstrations to develop CEO on this, to show basically how it works. Right. I demand you guys do more than that. Okay? Do more than that. Okay. So those are the things there, just to improve your drawing skills. Because there is no such thing as a shortcut way for you guys to develop your design sense and your skill at the stage if you do less kind of exercise. If you done less exercise there. I don't know who actually drawing is this. Wait. Who actually drawing is this there, right? Okay, but this guy from group 7, okay, not your group there, right? Okay. So if you actually thought, or maybe if you want to ask me any kind of questions there, right? Okay, and then you're going to apply these kind of methods of working there, okay, for your works. And then you ask me for my kind of advice. I won't do, I can't do a lot of evaluation from there. All right. So yesterday I did again show you guys how actually you can present it your works, especially not for this week exercise, but if you use your mind, if you use your brain to think directly, most of my presentations that I show you guys on my kind of demonstrations were basically a benchmark for you guys to present your works. It's how actually you're going to present your sketches for any subjects. If you want to present your ideas for any subjects that related to those design. Okay, from now on. Please don't send those sketches one single papers there using writing notes or writing papers directly, or your exercise school, high school kind of books directly to present your works. Okay, to present your works there. Please there, okay? Change your mental, your mindset to present more, to show more presentable kind of work, all right? Presentable kind of works there at this stage. Okay. So, anything else that you want to ask me? Anything else that related to our designs, our illustrations? But if you don't ask, I assume that you know all the answers there because I'm going to give also the same answers. So from there, it's up to you guys whether you want to change or not. But of course, for our kind of way of evaluating your works, okay, when you guys do some small presentations in the future, there, right, or consultations, there's a huge possibility that when your work is being rejected, is because you don't actually present it well. Your ideas, your finding, your research, all right? And even though your sketches there, it doesn't look right. Okay, it doesn't look right. So I actually have that responsibility to see and to train you guys to at least you can come up with a very good kind of sketches there. What kind of good sketches? Go back, refer to my reference there. Right. If you think that you actually quite we have the book called Computer Skill for Dummies there, right? or basically you actually have zero knowledge there, right? Learning computers 101, all right? Learning Microsoft Word for dummies, there are all this kind of sort of books, right? If you think you at that stage, right, you realize that you actually had that stage, follow exactly what I told you guys to work. Because on our Saturday classes, I'm going to give you guys some of the hopefully different kind of solutions on the works there, okay? And how actually you're going to work with your. But the point is right now, whatever element that we're going to draw, whatever things that we're going to draw, you name it, whatever it is, right, okay? The methods of drawing that I show are going to be the same. So by hook or by crook or whatever things that you have in mind that you thought is right, you have to follow exactly that. Okay? You have to train yourself to develop that kind of level of skills there, especially sketcher skill there. Not a highly portrait illustration kind of drawings yet, conceptual kind of drawings yet. The way that you sketch out your ideas, those are the things that, remember that, the way that we sketch our ideas, the way, just like you're using your chopsticks to eat the right, how you hold them, for example, there. You hold like this, right? If I want to show you guys so I didn't know how to, I actually doesn't have a practice of it. You want to hold like this, okay? Or you want to hold like these chopsticks, for example, all right? If you hold like this, can you actually pick those fruit? No, right? So you have to use your fingers in the right way. You have to use your fingers, right, okay, to hold in the right way there, right? Okay? Then you can hold that right. The method is the same when it comes to drawing or sketches there. Right. The one that I show you guys is one of the best techniques that you guys have to practice. It's just like playing basketball or badminton. This is a basic fundamentals there. If you don't work towards that kind of skills, you will find yourself when you draw new things, you will go back into your old skills on drawing. No basic structures, right? And you draw this kind of lines over here, you will end up to draw something like this. Not the characters, but the way that you draw. Those are the things that we want to prevent. We want to avoid error. Okay? Understand that? So that's are the things that you have to bear in your mind. Don't go back into that kind of drawings there. Right? Whose food is this, Bung King? Huh? Whose food is that? Your brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah. Slap his face there, right? Right. There's no such thing way to do those kind of things there, right? During your sessions, this is formal sessions there. All right. Any questions there so far, there, guys? Any questions?
Sorry, teacher.
Do you have any questions?
Can I get my attendance for today?
No. Only
Okay.
for the attendance. You just want to ask for the attendance only there.
Okay.
What's your name there, right?
Kita take one.
Hi, Tech Chuan.
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Let me watch the right thing. Wow, you actually right comb your hair, Bung King. Wow, right? Presentable well, okay? Right. Oh, comb your hair there, okay? Okay, let me go through the right. Okay, when you draw this drawings there, right, okay, Bunking, do you have those pressure strokes? I can see that you have a lot of troubles there when you draw. See? I can see there's a lot of troubles there. That means you cannot get the strokes right. Right? You can see from there. I record the sessions there. Hopefully you guys can actually learn from that comment, okay? So this is the best thing there, okay? Because the sessions here were because I want to do some post-mortem there, okay? What basically you want to say there, okay, Boon Keng, about your techniques there? Do you think your methods of drawing is right?
I think the line got some problem.
What kind of problems? What brushes do you use?
Huh?
What kind of brushes do you use? Brushes there, right? What brushes do you use? What type of brushes there?
Soft line or the hard round brush?
No, change. Don't use them, right? Okay? Soft brushes for shadings. Remember that, right? And we use around 2 to 3% to blend, right? Okay, the shades and shadows there to develop the shadows kind of form, shapes, and structures there. All right, structures for shadings there, right? Okay, remember that. Drawing, you have to use different kind of brushes. What are the type of brushes that you have there that can be used as a type of the brushes like tile, ultimate pencils? Do you have that? Tile, ultimate charcoal. So use them. So what I want you guys to do, okay, for those who have this kind of same issues, before I'm going to ask you to redraw in week 13 or week 14 to make good. Make sure you don't make good there, right? I'm not actually trying to warn you, but I want to give you guys a gentle reminder, earlier reminder before I ask you guys to redraw. Because if you cannot get the right kind of strokes, I will ask you to redo the whole drawings, right? For all those 5-6 weeks kind of exercise. Otherwise, I won't be able to what we call that, give those marks on those 40% there, okay? If you don't submit, I'm going to give, or you just remain this kind of drawing for all those 5-week or 6-week exercise, I'm going to give around 5% only. 5% for your, what we call that, your, not commitment there, okay? Your submissions. Simply submissions there. Right, because it doesn't show your kind of learning experience from there. Okay, remember that, right? You saw those drawings there, right? So Boon King and the rest of you guys who actually have this kind of same issue, change. All right, maybe you can submit more, or okay, submit later there, okay? Or you can actually do, either you can submit the whole thing back again, or you can do your video presentation like this. So we can compile the whole thing in one video there. Or you can compile into PDF format there, okay? The whole drawing for week 1 until week 5. All right. So I don't want you guys to I don't want to evaluate this kind of drawings there because it doesn't show all the kind of, because we are not actually tracing them. Okay? We actually develop our drawing kind of understanding, and we want to have the quality of line. This is not quality of line there. This is a tracing drawings there. Remember there, okay, I didn't teach you guys to trace. Okay? But I can see that you try hard enough, but maybe your kind of brushes is not right. The way that you use your brush is not right there. And for this exercise, I didn't use outline. I did not emphasize on outline there. Remember that. You have to present with the shapes there. So you see the soft shading of shades and lasso tools. Even though we use what we call that Photoshop and digital, I can see a lot of dirty drawings there, right? Dirty drawing. I did show you guys how it works, right? For my demonstrations, is it? So follow that. Follow exactly in order to develop your understanding. Don't just try to be smart, but basically look stupid, right? Okay, when you actually draw like that. Okay, when you actually doesn't follow exactly what I say. All right? Because I demand for you guys to follow the thing that I do, that because I give you guys the best kind of techniques. If you say you can learn from YouTube, for example, not you lah, mungkin, right? Okay? For example, if you say you can learn from YouTube rather than my kind of exercise or my kind of demonstrations, right? Show me your improvement there, right? Show me your improvement from your exercise there. 40% is not a small marks there. It's a very huge marks there, right? 40%. Because I have to be fair with some of your friends who actually really committed with their works. But if you actually give that kind of quality of your development process and you still pass, what happens to your friend who actually put more effort and commitments on that? And some more they can draw more better there, right? They suppose can get maybe A, but because of you, maybe they get A minus there. Why? Because I have to be fair. And for you guys, sometimes some people, right, even though, right, I ask you guys to open up your webcam, but you don't come, all right, maybe you say, that C plus pass also, okay, right? But wait until we meet again next semesters. Right? If, right, okay, normally there, okay, they have. So you will face the same issues here. You will face the same issues there. You cannot controlling your pressures in the right way. Because you choosing not to change the way you draw. Okay, you chose not to change the way you draw. Those are the common issues that we face. Okay, for most of the time. Okay, those are the things that happens normally there, right? Okay, so remember that, right? Okay, this week exercise is basically is a link to your previous exercise, basically, right? Because I don't see any kind of a lot of good improvement for each one of you guys there. Maybe a few of them, right, okay, that have a very good kind of changes there. I saw some of the students from I don't know where they're, okay, which groups, all right? This is group 6 there. So he sent me this Naruto kind of drawings. Doesn't look fine because I think he traced them back. But this one looked a little bit more closer to what we want to get for our gesture line drawings. So we can see those improvements from here. Okay. So those are one of the things that I find quite interesting. Okay. That I actually can get from the students there. Okay. So, anything else then? Okay, what I can say from your presentation on the characters there, right? Okay, you guys can hear that, right? What I can say from your presentations for your character design, I don't see any reference there. Any reference, any basic structures that I actually have been show you guys how it works. Okay, I didn't saw any kind of that developments there. Those are the weakness about these presentations there. So for me, I didn't accept it, and also I know basically you draw these characters from other people's works there, right? Okay, based on the pose, based from the what we call that design itself. But you try hard enough to show basically this is original from you. That's right. Is it right? Is it right? You draw from other people's work, right? So don't cheat on me on that, right? Okay. Okay. Don't cheat on me on that. Okay. So be truthful to yourself. And when you learn something, when you draw and learn something there, right? Okay, follow basically my guide. You have to open up your mind to develop this kind of understanding there. Because if you send this kind of that kind of drawing, you submit that kind of drawing, of course I will not actually give a very good marks. And the worst part is you fail. Simple as that. Why you fail? You know the answers there. Because I can give a millions kind of samples to the management, to your parents, to show you why you fail. As simple as that. If your parent ask me back again why these guys fail, I will show the videos on YouTube from my kind of demonstration and my tutorial, my lecturing, and I will show them what basically I have given you actually, right, as samples that to use. Right. You don't follow the guide. Right. You didn't follow exactly what we told you to do. You don't actually open up your mind to change the way you draw. All right. Of course. Okay. They will actually show your kind of result from there. Okay. Okay, guys. So don't be stubborn there, right? Okay. All right. Don't be a stupid, stubborn kind of person who don't want to change. You guys are at an early stage there. It's a baby there, right? Okay. Whatever that I teach you guys, just like teaching you guys how to walk, how to crawl, how to eat, right? How to run in the right way. Okay. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? Remember that, right? So from now on, take serious on your development. I take serious on the works there. The thing that I ask you guys is not that this is nothing for me there, right? Right. For some of the for some people they will say this is trash. This is trash, you know? Right. So if you go into your own kind of how actually your kind of what we call that people basically, okay, admire these kind of things that they doesn't actually appreciate this kind of works, they won't do it. Is it right? They doesn't appreciate it, okay? Your kind of efforts doesn't have over there, okay? I give you guys 6 days there. 6 days to work there, okay? I think more than 2 weeks there, right? So if you develop like those kind of things, I won't be accepted, right? If you don't change, 5% only. 5% from the first assignments are the first exercise there, okay? All those 5 exercises there, and 5% more, you got 10% per 100 there. Do you think that you can pass from there, 10%? If you do make good also, right, can you get another 40%? Right, for the rest of the 2 assignments? No. That's the reality there, right? Okay? All right? So, make sure you actually improve from here. All right, guys? Anything else there? Anything else there? Hmm? Gamzat? Anything else? No.
I think no, sir.
Okay, if you take a look at one of your friends' work, okay, because I have to pick one of your works there because I want to make sure that you guys realize that where you can teach it. You know basically your own drawings there. Before I actually going to go through all of you guys, okay, make sure you understand because in order to develop learning experience, you should know also your kind of mistakes there. When you know your own mistakes, and you will work towards to prevent and improve your drawing for one step at a time there. I did show you guys how it works, right? Follow through and practice more, okay? Because I have also a few of the students actually keep giving me all the progress. That's a good thing there, even though he make mistakes a lot, right? He doesn't give up, okay? Those kind of attitudes is good, okay? But he improved that. He improved that, right? Okay, okay, okay. All right, guys. All right. If there are any questions there, all right. Okay. Hopefully, I can actually get more from your progress from my personal website, there, okay? Either from your assignments and also your what we call that our weekly exercise for this week, there, okay? I'm going to wait there, okay? So I'm still going to find some of those, but some of the students have their own kind of efforts to find their own reference there. Don't just wait there, okay? Because I love to see also student efforts that works. Those are the way that we work actually in the higher education. It's not high school anymore, right? It's not actually high school anymore, right, guys? Okay, wake up there, okay? You're not actually high school anymore. You're actually in a highly education's university kind of experience here, okay? So the way that we work have to be flexible and also change it from now on. All right, guys? All right, thank you very much there for having me today. All right, I'm going to wait for your personal kind of submission in WhatsApp, okay, Boon King, okay? Show me your progress also from there, all right? If you think you want to do some sort of consultations, okay, late consultation, okay, just let me know direct on WhatsApp. Maybe I can actually open up my Google Classroom kind of what we call that consultations room over there, all right, okay? All right, thank you very much. And have